Good evening, everyone. As the festive season begins, we at Tum Shunya have also begun the celebrations. We are celebrating sustainability and the drive to strive towards it, sustain hope to ignite the curiosity and challenge the status quo. Next. Team Shunya was started in 2012 in IIT Bombay. We are a team working on sustainable habitat for urbanizing nation by young aspirants. Our vision is to become a leading innovation hub in the field of sustainability by providing accessible housing solution for society and industry to build affordable prefabricated non-zero solar powered houses, thus making India's future secure. It all started when a group of highly motivated students decided to participate in Solar Declarathon, an international competition organized by the US Department of Energy, regarded as the Olympics of in the global social, global solar energy sector. The challenge here is not only to design but also to build and operate the house. And we proudly say that Team Shunya is the only one team from India to participate in the competition in 2014 and 2018 building challenges and in 2021 design challenge. These are some past achievements. In 2014, our project H Naught was given honorable mention in sustainability in Solar Declarathon at Versailles, France, and in 2018, the project Solarize received the Best Participation Award in Solar Declarathon at Dessau, China. This year, Team Shunya represented the college in 2021 edition for the Solar Declarathon Challenge organized by the US Department of Energy. The brainchild project thus translates to the efficiently deliver a sustainable design to redefine the artistic village, a site in Belapur in Navi Mumbai. Team Shunya has evolved to become a close-knit family of 40 plus students across all departments and courses. The team boosts various technical and non-technical subsystems proficient in innovating and implementing the ideas. Since its birth, the team since its birth, the team has participated in the international competitions, expos, and conducted various webinars and workshops on sustainable development. Here we have a brief overview what the team as a whole does during the competition. First, the tech team employs different software to design, simulate, and analyze the project at every milestone, building it from scratch. The architect subsystem is responsible for understanding and analyzing resident requirement for design development and analysis while considering aesthetics. It also work on incorporating passive techniques for optimizing energy efficiency into the project plan. The civil the civil subsystem comprise of two internal teams. Structural team work on design and safety aspect, and materials team select the efficient material for the house. The mechanical subsystem maintains and optimizes the thermal comfort, regulate heats, airflow, ventilation, air conditioning, and plumbing system of the house. The electrical subsystem deals with electrical requirements of the house, such as energy demand, lighting, and home applications. It's also responsible for designing the PV system to be deployed for powering of the house. Finally, during integration, a simulation of various subsystems is done after using the mentioned software to avoid any conflict while installing the system on site. Once we are done with integration, the team undergoes complete construction and safety training to ensure it is ready to build the house. Here comes the implementation, which is the best part of the project as the students are involved in construction process. All the designs are put to life by students themselves. All the team members are enthusiastic to learn and actively participate in the project building. The marketing and communication teams carry out various activities throughout the year. We participate in various knowledge exchange programs and have interaction with eminent industries. Moreover, we organize various events like webinars and workshops to increase awareness about sustainability and energy efficient technologies and increase the outreach through social media page. Do check out them. Team Shunya received honorable mention in various newspapers and gained the attention of many government officials, scientists, and ministers. These, these are some sponsors of 2014. These are some sponsors on 2018 and 2021. The team takes pride in a faculty advisor and mentor who are always there to motivate and guide us through the project. Without them, reaching this far would have been tough. This is all about Team Shunya and how we got so far, and we aspire to do more. Thank you. As as India grows rapidly, her energy needs will increase rapidly. The rural economy is hungry for energy and will require massive scale up in infrastructure. With a country as diverse as India, no planning can be uniform. Standard management practices may not be enough to tackle the problem. Our today's speaker, Mr. Parag Panchabai, will give us a peek into what are the challenges faced by rural India. Over to you, Mr. Over to you, Mr.
Thank you, Bulkit. Uh, am I audible to you?
Yes.
Okay. Uh, can I share my presentation here?
Sure, sure.
Just tell me if it is visible.
Yes, you can see that.
So it's really been being great that I am talking with IIT Bombay and in an event of IIT Bombay. Also, I am following Team Shunya from couple of years also. The work of Team Shunya is also inspiring us to do work in the rural development also, as we are striving with the rural housing and their needs, energy needs, and needs of rural housing, how water, energy, and other resources they can manage. So forget all of these technicalities for now. Let's go back to the couple of million years ago and be with our ancestors. The most pinnacle thing that we have discovered as a human being was the fire. When we discovered fire and we started to manage it, we don't started to use it, we started to manage the fire. And when we started to manage the fire, what did we first do with the fire? We use the fire for our safety, for very first. Then after, for our safety, we use for cooking, we use for warming our caves. Then we use the fire for other purposes also, to boiling water, to get to for the warmth, and all those things. So fire is a representative of energy, or the discovery of fire is the start of managing the energy by humans in all the senses. There is a great quote by Nikola Tesla that the spread of civilization may be likened to a fire. First, a visible spark, next, a flickering flame, then a mighty blaze, and ever increasing in speed and power. So, if we need to achieve this speed and power, we have to become like a fire. We have to start from a spark and go to a mighty blaze. To achieve that status, to achieve the status of mighty blaze, to become a blazing fire, not a smoldering sparks, we should go step by steps. And for the development of nation, we should start development of our houses first, then our locality, then our region, and then the nation. That's how everything goes, and that's how a civilization builds. So as we have seen that our ancient our ancient humans have used the fire, the energy, for their safety, for their food, for hunting, for keeping them warm, for health, these purposes. Then can we use current energy for all of those? That is the question. And if we can manage energy in such a way that we can have a desired life with speed and power, we can become a next stage civilization. To understand this, we need to understand the rural development first. As I am working with rural development, but this also is relevant for urban development. But a little bit of changes will be necessary. Rural development is nothing but a proper management of the resources. Every area, every locality, every civilization, every settlement, every habitat has some kind of resources that they need to manage to achieve a developed status, better living conditions. Hence, to achieve better living conditions in the rural areas, we a group, we at Prithvi Molachi Foundation and other NGOs have found these 7 key resources that are necessary to be managed for a better rural living. The first resource is water, second is forest, then land, then biodiversity, then cattle.
Parag,
Hello,
sorry to interrupt.
yeah.
If you are presenting and in present mode, your presentation is not visible, like your slides are not getting next.
Okay. One second, one second.
You might have to select
I
another,
am I am presenting here. One second.
and it will be good if you shift to presentation mode.
Yeah, one second. I was in the presentation mode, but don't know what happened. Is it okay now?
Yeah, good.
Okay. So thank you, Ankush. So we have discussed from the couple of million years back to current day, and we were discussing about what are the current resources that we need to manage for achieving a better living condition, a better living for rural people. Not only for rural people, it can be we have also seen that it can be relevant to urban settlements also. But there are a little bit of changes needed. But we are focusing to rural development as an NGO, as a personal being, because over 6 lakh villages are there in India. Hence, to achieve a nationwide development, we have to focus to the villages and then shift to the urban settlements also. So we have seen that there are 7 key resources that needs to be properly managed. So water, forest, land, biodiversity, cattle, people, and the last and most important resource is the energy resource. There is a contrary when we were discussing about this, that are these the resources, is the energy should be considered as resource, or the energy can be uh, uh, produced from these other 6 resources. So that was contrary, and that was a debate among us. It is going on, but I think it is a separate division, and it is a separate resource that needs to be managed, not only deriving it from the other resources, but also manage it separately as a whole and sole resource. What is the energy resource? So energy resource is nothing but that anything, any type of energy that we utilize for our betterment of the any work we do. So there are 3 most important energy resources that everyone knows. You might also have known that there are 3 most important energy resources that needs to be managed properly for a better rural areas. First one is bioenergy. From the applications are biogas and biomass. There is our solar energy, the cleanest energy of all. The solar cooking, solar PV, solar heating or cooling, solar pumping, solar dehydration. These are the most useful application of the solar energy. And at last, there is a fluid energy, energy derived from water flow or air flow. These 3 prominent energy uses, I can say, or energy sources are very much achievable in rural areas and can be interlinked. You guys are from IITs, and you should know, you know better than me what are the technicalities of all these. But the usefulness and applicability is a very major challenge, because these all sources are available, these all applications are available in rural areas, but the applicability and the usability, how easy it is for the rural people to use, is a question. Biogas needs a very much maintenance. Proper management of biomass is also maintaining thing. Then solar dehydration is comparatively easy. Solar PVs are comparatively easy but costly. Then solar pumping, solar cooking are easy, but there are some clarification and doubting among the rural community. Then fluid energy, we have seen that not much of fluid energy is used for just the rural areas. It can be used in a mass solutions, but for the rural community or the local areas, local rural areas, it is not much being in used. So the we have to manage these things. We have to manage how the need of the energy need of the rural areas is, how we can fulfill that need, and how we can achieve the rural development from the energy. To achieve the rural development from the energy, how does it work? Does the energy does starting from the energy will achieve development faster, or starting from development of other resources will achieve the rural development faster? We can see here that there is an interdependency among economy, livelihood, and energy. The economy is depend on the livelihood of the rural areas, and 80 to 90% of livelihoods are depending on the energy. Energy can be of any type here. In case of farms, we can say the tractors are deriving the fuel energy sources, or if a bullock cart is used, the bullock cart is utilizing the organic or muscle energy. Then for the pumping, we are utilizing electricity and solar. Then for the cooking, we are utilizing biomass or the solar cookers. So achieving livelihood through energy becomes very much easy, and achieving a better economy through livelihood is very much possible. For this, we can see, we will discuss a case study later in the next slide, that how it can be achieved. But to achieve the better economy, we need a better livelihood, and for a better livelihood, we need better and proper managed energy source. So we have seen that there are seven sources, natural sources, and energy is among one of them. But the interdependency of those sources also impacts the energy in the economy. And as we have seen that managing the energy to achieve the economy, we have to work towards betterment of livelihood. Okay, then we will see a case study how it has been achieved in a village. There is a village called Wagalkheda in Jalna district. This is the photograph of Dr. Minal Kabra. She is a dentist, and her spouse Vivek Kabra is an IITian, and he did his thesis on the solar cooking also. Dr. Minal Kabra and Vivek Kabra started a little project called Solar Cookies. These solar cookies are nothing but cookies made in a solar cooker with the help of village women. In the Wagalkheda village, they have approached the villagers and discussed about how can the livelihood be developed in the village. And for developing the livelihood of that village, they introduced by the means of energy, by the means of solar energy. And initially, there were too many options. They thought of using dehydrating the farm produce and selling the dehydrated material to other cities and restaurants and all those things. Then they discuss about using solar pumping, how solar pumping will make the farming very efficient and produce more livelihood further. Then a lot of discussions were going on, and then Dr. Minal Kabra arrived on this idea that we can cook some cookies, we can bake some cookies from the solar cookers and sell them as a brand, as a solar brand. There are vegan, there are vegetarian food, there is vegetarian food, there is non-vegetarian food, there is vegan food, and now we can introduce the solar food also, packaged solar food. And they started doing experimenting, deriving the recipes for that, and all those things they have did. And lastly they have arrived that we can do the cookies. They distributed 6 to 7 solar cookers, these parabolic solar cookers, to 2 3 self-help groups of women in the Wagalkheda village, and taught them how to bake cookies from those. And then they packaged it and started selling it in Jalna and Aurangabad cities in the start. After that, this is becoming a really good brand, and now the cookies are also being sold in Pune also, in Mumbai also. This is how economy, livelihood, and energy are very much connected. As we have seen in the previous slide, that little energy solution is boosting the economy of a little village. But in will this be possible in all those villages? No, it will not be possible in all the villages. But we can get inspiration from this and derive a local indigenous solutions like these to achieve the desired economy and desired uh, management of the resource, along with whatever the inventions and innovations we have to do. Uh, this this is just one case study. There are a lot of case studies that people are utilizing various kinds of energies to achieve livelihood and ultimately the economy. I discussed this case study just because I was familiar with Dr. Minal Kabra and Vivek Kabra's work, and told you about this thing. But there are numerous case studies that you can see. You can always use the Google, and you can find these case studies. And upon finding them, you will get to know that the speed and pace of economic development of that village, or the just natural resource development of that village, is very much the speed of that is very much depends on energy, how they have managed the energy, and how efficiently they have managed the energy. So managing energy efficiently can help you in achieving the desired rural development and the desired economic development of your rural areas. If 6 lakh villages, there are 6 lakh villages in India. If out of those 6 lakh, we consider only 10% village, that is only 60,000 village achieve this kind of status, economic status, this kind of indigenous solutions, and try to develop their livelihoods and economy, it will benefit both the rural and urban people, as the product get manufactured and produced in rural areas and can be sold in the cities. So both the economies could be boosted, and ultimately it will help our nation as a whole, as a civilization, as a nation, and as a responsible citizen, to achieve not only the sustainable development goals, not only the sustainability, but also securing our future generations and securing the livelihood and economic problems of our future generations and our current generations. So thank you for now. There is a lot of thing that can be discussed on these. There are a lot of dimension paradigms of all these things, but keeping it crisp for now, and letting all to discuss further and to uh, go deep into this. I think I'll stop here, and if there are any questions, please feel free to ask me.
Sure, Gaurav. So, thank you for short presentation. If anyone has any questions, they can ask. I will like to start with one question. Like, you are working with Prithvimology Foundation, and there, along with energy, you are also focusing on the environment of villages. So, can you explain some, in short, 1 or 2 minutes, how you are doing that thing as well? Till then, others who has question can think and put their questions in chat box.
Yes, definitely, Ankush. Thank you for this opportunity for uh, telling what I am doing. Uh, we at Prithvimology Foundation, we are a small group started initially started as an YouTube channel. We have started a YouTube channel for growing awareness among the people about environment and all these things. But after starting the YouTube channel for 5 to 6 months, we have seen that people were watching the videos and not doing anything. But we have to do something on the grounds. We have to achieve these indigenous solutions. We have to uh, do actual implementation on the ground. Hence, after 5 to 6 months, in the last year, August 2020, we started Prithvimology Foundation. We registered this as a non-profit organization and started working on environment and sustainability, mainly on sustainability. Environment is a part of that. So, starting to work for the environment in the peak COVID times, we have seen that many people are re- uh, publishing papers on that how lockdown and COVID have impacted the environment, and how positively impacted the environment, how the environment is growing due to COVID and all these things. But we have also seen that the urban environment and the some parts of forest and uh, sanctuaries that we have seen are not growing as desired, because the caretakers are we humans are only, and they were not present to take care of the sanctuaries and forest and urban gardens and all. And deterioration of environment was started in the lockdown also. So, starting from that, we have conducted some uh, uh, lockdown tree plantation programs, that people should plant trees in their localities in the lockdown amidst the COVID-19 scenario, and develop their local environment by planting the trees, indigenous trees. Then we also started working in livelihood sector, that we knew that rural development, environmental development, and all these aspects are depends on livelihood and economy basically. So achieving this is a very important thing, and to achieve this, we have conducted entrepreneurship development programs and incubated 12 to 13 youths from villages, and uh, we are currently also incubating them and telling them that how they can develop their livelihood and their businesses further. Then we also started working in rural development, and the most prominent thing that we have achieved till now is that we have a proper plan for proper plan and our grassroots work with a small hamlet, starting with just a small hamlet called Mahupada in the Dhule district of Maharashtra. The Mahupada is just a 700 population hamlet, and these 700 people are tribal peoples, and they are striving for the development of their village, their settlement. Their enthusiasm towards this is inspiring us furthermore. Tomorrow we have a very big event in that village for biodiversity conservation. And we have connected, as our habit is that we connect it with other things. We have connected the biodiversity conservation with tribal cuisine. And now, tomorrow is our program called Vana Bhaji Mahotsav. And in that Mahotsav, we have organized a competition that forest vegetables and forest produce can be converted into a tasty cuisine, and the food competition, for that recipe competition is there tomorrow. And the biodiversity conservation will occur with that, as 80 types of forest vegetables which are uh, on the danger of extinction will be utilized, will be commercialized, will be turned into recipes, and can be achieved uh, their conservation through that. So this type of programs we are organizing, we are doing. We are also organizing, we have organized South Asian Conference on Environment and Natural Resource Management, and in the March. And last year we have delegations from Pakistan, Nepal, and India. And the most what I can say interesting thing in that was the papers presented was not on the wastewater or environmental things, but we have emphasized people to present papers on psychology, as we think that mental pollution is the root of all the pollutions we have, all the causes we have. So to eradicate mental pollution is our main motto for the Prithvi Malachi Foundation.
Yeah, that's great actually. And the event you said, that's actually nice initiative because that will convert those vegetables which are on the verge of extinction into some commercially available vegetables. So that will boost biodiversity as well as economy of the village, as you said. There is one question in chat box that how to contribute in this program.
Uh, it is very easy. Just visit our website, prithvimolachi.org, or you can visit our Facebook page or YouTube channel. Uh, you can put a mail to our contact mail ID, contact@prithvimolachi.org. I can put it in the chat here. One second. In the chat, I have put our website also, the link to our website also, and our email ID also. You can put a mail to that, and just tell us what you want to do in very informal way. We are not a formal organization. We don't go the formal way. We are a very informal and casual way, and we want people like you to join us. So we are always open with anything, any idea you have. We will help you to make it a possibility.
So, what sort of works you are expecting from technical persons like the student from IIT or an well-educated engineers from other colleges of India? So, what sort of help or what sort of works we can do for you or the for rural communities?
For rural development, as Team Shunya, I will relate it to Team Shunya also. Team Shunya is doing very much tremendous, nice, awesome work in developing housing. Uh, can we look towards economic and ecological housing also, as a Team Shunya, and develop some little environmental houses for rural peoples, mini houses we can say, that are not only the energy zero but also pollution zero. So can we achieve that, and can we do that? It is one thing in regard of the housing, but also there are tremendous other things that needs to be innovated and invented in the rural context of India. uh, like there are tremendous things you can do to develop livelihood projects. There is a little thing I can say. In Mahupada village that we are working, there is tremendous amount of rice husk that goes to waste. Some of the rice husk is sent to some briquette factories, and they develop briquettes from that. But can we do something from that rice husk also? can we utilize it not only as a energy but as any other solutions for the packaging material or other things, that can be also a possibility over there. Can we develop some little dams with hydroelectricity? The electricity just can we develop the electricity just required for the charging of the weather station in the rural areas. That will be a tremendous help. So these are small indigenous solutions that we can find out while working with the rural areas. I can tell you a lot of solutions, but when you come to rural areas, uh, if you come with us, we can actually show you where the work is needed to be done. That will be a very good opportunity for you also to learn that scenario, and to learn opportunity to us to learn what kind of technicalities can be there to achieve.
Yeah, sure. And the last opportunity you said, last sentence you said, that is a great opportunity to all of us to understand the requirements of rural area. And obviously, as rural area is the most prominent part of India, or most of the populations lives in rural area. So, whatever business plans or whatever the technologies we can implement in those areas, those will be widely applicable in India. So
Exactly.
obviously that will be a great opportunity to all of us to understand the requirements of. If we think from business point of view, understanding the requirements of customer, and if you think from a nation point of view, understanding the requirements of our fellow citizens of India. So
Exactly.
it was a great uh, discussion and great presentation, short and crisp presentation. There is one question like, can you shed some more light on mental pollution?
Definitely. Uh, can we do a little bit of thought experiment over here? Can we go to the root cause of any type of pollution? Any type of pollution you want, everyone want, none of us wants everything to be polluted. Everyone wants everything to be clean, nice and fresh. So take in mind any pollution that you want and go to the root causes of that pollution, and in the end you will see that it is started from our mind itself. It starts from here, not from the outlets of our houses, not from the outlets of any factory, not from the exhaust of the chimneys, not from the exhaust of our vehicles. It starts here. So when we go to the innovations, we should think about what are we damaging with the environment, what damage are we producing to the environment. Also, we have to think about what positive things are we providing to it. We have to manage these both things. When managing these both things, uh, let's assume that uh, uh, we have plastics, we have solution to the plastics. We have a toothbrush made out of plastic and fiber bristles, and we have a toothbrush made out of bamboo and cornstarch bristles. What do majority of you use? I'm sure that 80 to 90% of you are using plastic toothbrush. You are starting your day with a polluting substance. Toothbrushes are single use products. You can't reuse it. After 3 months, you throw it away, and it contributes to a huge amount of pollution. But if you use a bamboo toothbrush, and which is made from corn bristles, you can uh, shift that thing, that pollution, into biomanure, and which can be useful for the land itself. So thinking, positive thinking and behavior change in among us is very important. It is a difficult thing, I know, because when I go to rain, I go in the rain, and I want my mobile and my wallet to be protected. I'll need a plastic polythene to cover it, right? I'll need it. But can we find a solution that is us to us the engineers, that can we find the solutions to all of these things? We can, we have found the solutions to all of these things, and we will find the solution of all of these things, but we have to know the problem itself first. And to know the problem, we have to start here. Hence, we have to remove all the negative thoughts and all the negativities that we have, and start. Any of you, if know the Marathi, there is uh, there is a shlok in Marathi by Ramdas Swami called "Vikalpachiya Mandiri Deep Nahi." That means there is no light in the temple of options. If you go to the options, there is no light for you. Hence, don't go to the options, go to the negative paradigm. Always go to the positive paradigm. Always go to strive to achieve that positivity, to achieve that uh, uh, cohabitiveness or sustainableness. Cohabitiveness, in the sense, I can explain it as a symbiotic relation among the us and among the environment itself. That is the mental pollution. That is basically the psychology, that you have to think for a moment for every task you do. That is all things.
Yeah, that's true actually. Means we will have to start with thinking and we will have to find the solutions. And even though we have solutions, we will have to stop thinking about available options, easily available options.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Exactly. Right.
that's true. Yeah, I think those are the these are the questions available in the chat box. Now we can move towards the end of the session, and over to you, Pulkit.
Thank you, Mr. Parag, for taking out some time to lighten up a very important topic and sharing so many valuable insights. We really appreciate your efforts for working in this field and making this world a better place to live in. Thank you.